Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting automotive comebacks of the decade, the all-new 2025 Hummer H2. That's right, the H2 is back, and this time, it's bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before. If you're someone who craves extreme off-road capability, rugged styling, and modern technology blended with a touch of nostalgia, then you're in for a treat. So buckle up, because in this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know about the return of this legendary SUV, the design, the performance, the off-road features, and whether it's worth the hype. Let's start with the first thing that catches everyone's eye, the design. The 2025 Hummer H2 doesn't shy away from its roots. It keeps that unmistakable boxy, military-inspired silhouette that made the original H2 an icon back in the early 2000s. But this isn't just a rehash of the past. General Motors has given it a modern twist. The front fascia features bold LED lighting across the grille, with each letter of Hummer illuminated proudly. The stance is wide and aggressive, and you instantly get the feeling that this SUV was built to dominate any terrain it encounters. From the squared-off wheel arches to the chunky 20 or even optional 22-inch wheels wrapped in all-terrain tires, everything screams capability. The body is a mix of aluminum and high-strength steel, which helps keep weight down without sacrificing durability. And yes, the signature high ground clearance is still here, but now it's adjustable thanks to a sophisticated air suspension system. That means you can raise it for tackling rocky trails, or lower it for highway cruising to improve aerodynamics and efficiency. Now, under the hood is where things get even more exciting. The 2025 Hummer H2 is being offered with two powerhouse options. The first is a traditional gasoline V8, tuned to deliver around 480 horsepower and a massive 600 pound-feet of torque. This version appeals to those who want that classic muscle sub feel with a deep, throaty exhaust note. But the big news is the hybrid-assisted twin-turbo V8 option. This beast pumps out an estimated 650 horsepower and nearly 750 pound-feet of torque. With that kind of output, the new H2 can rocket from 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, which is absolutely wild for a vehicle of this size. Towing capacity is another highlight. The H2 is rated to pull over 9,000 pounds, making it not only a rugged off-roader but also a seriously capable workhorse for trailers, boats, or whatever heavy gear you want to bring along. But let's not forget, this isn't just about raw power. The engineers went all in on off-road capability. The 2025 Hummer H2 comes standard with four-wheel drive, locking front and rear differentials, and an advanced terrain management system. You've got selectable drive modes like rock, mud, sand, and snow, each adjusting throttle response, traction control, and suspension settings to match the conditions. There's even a Baja mode for high-speed desert running. And here's something fans will love. The H2 now has CrabWalk capability, a feature we first saw on the Hummer EV. Thanks to its four-wheel steering, the H2 can move diagonally, making it easier to maneuver out of tight trails or around large obstacles. Combine that with up to 13 inches of ground clearance, nearly 36 inches of water-fording depth, and skid plates protecting the underbody, and you've got a machine that feels nearly unstoppable. Inside the cabin, GM has struck a balance between rugged durability and modern luxury. The dashboard is dominated by a massive 13-inch infotainment screen, paired with a fully digital 12-inch driver display. Both are customizable and packed with useful features like real-time off-road telemetry, navigation, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. There's even an optional heads-up display so you can keep your eyes on the trail while still getting all the info you need. Materials are a big step up from the older H2. You'll find soft leather upholstery, aluminum trim, and even recycled materials in some of the eco-friendly packages. Seating is spacious, with options for 5 or 7 passengers depending on configuration. The second row seats recline, and the third row, while not massive, is perfect for kids or extra cargo. Speaking of cargo, with the rear rows folded down, the H2 offers an impressive amount of space for all your adventure gear. Technology is everywhere too. You've got multiple USB-C ports, wireless charging pads, a premium Bose sound system, and even an available panoramic roof that can be removed in panels to give you that open-air feel. And for the serious adventurers, there's an integrated onboard power system with 120-volt outlets, perfect for running camping equipment or even tools when you're off the grid. Safety hasn't been overlooked either. The 2025 Hummer H2 comes loaded with driver assistance features like adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and a 360-degree camera system. There's also an off-road camera setup with multiple underbody and front-mounted cameras to give you a live feed of what's happening beneath and in front of your vehicle. Now, let's talk numbers. The starting price for the base 2025 Hummer H2 is expected to be around $78,000, which isn't cheap, but considering what you're getting, it's competitive with other high-performance off-road SUVs like the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, Ford Bronco Raptor, and Land Rover Defender. Higher trims with all the bells and whistles could push past $100,000, but again, for an SUV that blends luxury, brute force, and advanced off-road tech, that price makes sense. So, who is the new H2 really for? Honestly, it's for anyone who wants the ultimate adventure vehicle. If you loved the original H2 for its commanding presence but wished it had more refinement and technology, this one delivers. If you're someone who spends weekends exploring trails, climbing mountains, or towing heavy toys, this SUV has your back. And even if you just want something that stands out in traffic and makes a bold statement, the H2 nails that too. Of course, there are some downsides. Fuel economy isn't amazing, especially with the V8 option, even with some hybrid assistance. The size can make it a challenge in tight city streets or cramped parking lots. And, let's be real, the H2 is not subtle. You have to embrace that larger-than-life personality if you're going to own one. But those aren't deal breakers for most people interested in a vehicle like this. The Hummer H2 has always been about making a statement, about pushing limits, and about taking on the wild. And in 2025, GM has taken everything that worked in the past, updated it with cutting-edge tech, and created something that feels both nostalgic and futuristic at the same time. So, is the 2025 Hummer H2 worth it? In my opinion, absolutely. It's not just a comeback, it's a reinvention. With extreme off-road capabilities, jaw-dropping performance, and a design that turns heads everywhere it goes, the H2 is back to reclaim its spot as one of the most powerful SUVs on the planet. And that's going to wrap up today's video. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the new Hummer H2? Is this the ultimate off-road SUV, or is it just too much? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more automotive reviews and breakdowns, and as always, thanks for watching.